guys, welcome back to my channel. I tried a face self-tanner last night and that's why I'm looking a little blotchy and crazy. I tried the Saint Tropez, or Saint Tropez, however you say it. It's like a facial tanning spray or facial mist, facial water, something like that, and I put it on before I went to bed last night, and it doesn't have a color guard or anything. It just looks clear, so you really don't know where it's going. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, So yeah, it's like, one, I feel like I look a little orange. So yeah, it's not my favorite, but I wanted to address that first before I got into this video. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying out the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation infused with peach and sweet fig cream, oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, photo friendly. It comes in this super cute packaging right here. I have the shade Nude, so if you would like to see a wear test and a review, please keep watching. So I'm going to start off by prepping my skin. I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Aqua Primer Mist. And then since it says that it's a matte foundation, I'm going to go in with my Laura Geller Spackle Hydrating Moisturizing Under Makeup Primer. This is my favorite moisturizing, hydrating primer I have ever tried. It's like even more hydrating than like my actual moisturizer that I use. So I always bust this guy out when I know I'm going to be using a matte foundation or my skin is just feeling like extra dry, since I do have dry skin. So I got mine from Sephora, and I think it's a Sephora exclusive. That's what it says on the Sephora website, but I'm sure you could buy it from the Too Faced website as well, but it is not available at Ulta. Like I said, I have the shade Nude, and it says Nude is light with rosy undertones. So this will be interesting. I don't think I've ever tried a foundation that has rosy undertones, and it retails for $36, and you get... And then it says that you get 1.6 ounces, which is cool because the standard amount for a foundation is only 1 ounce. And then this foundation comes in 30 shades. It says it is a transfer-resistant medium coverage foundation that creates a smooth canvas for flawless, comfortable matte wear that is never cakey or mask-like. Coverage medium finish matte. It says suggested use is apply with fingertips or sponge, and it has almost 5 stars out of 3,000 reviews, so that's good. So I think this would have been a pretty good shade for me until I decided to self-tan my face, so hopefully it still works out, we'll see. But I do like the packaging of this. It might be like a little light, so that's 2 pumps right there. It's pretty runny. I feel like for the shade Nude, it should be like a tad bit darker. So I'm going to do this side with my Morphe sponge. Actually, I think this shade's going to work. It does have a slight kind of peachy scent to it, but it's not horrible. Try to cover up all that blotchiness from that self-tanner. I can still see it. So that is about a pump and a half. I'm gonna do 1 more pump. I definitely need some more coverage there. Nose, and definitely my forehead. It does feel really lightweight. And to me, it feels kind of sticky. Although I feel like it's not covering up the blotchiness from the self-tanner on my forehead. What do you guys think? I feel like I can still see it. It looks really nice, like right here though. I think the shade is really nice. So I guess I'm just gonna take the rest off of my hand and see if we can get this covered up. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Thank goodness I have bangs I plan on wearing down today, but I do like the shade of it. To me, It's, I mean, like I said, I've never used like a rosy undertone foundation, but I like the shade of this. So the only other Too Faced foundation I've tried out is the Born This Way, and I feel like every single shade in that line has like a yellow undertone to it, and like this one, I like the shade of this like already like 10,000 times more than any shade from the Born This Way line that I have. So I'm gonna do 2 more pumps. Looks like my pumper is broken. There we go. So I'm going to take about this much, and I'm going to do this side with my Morphe M439 brush. It did recommend blending out with a sponge, and I think I'm going to have to agree. I don't really like how this is feeling with the brush. Yeah, not a big fan. See if I can build it up. I feel like the brush is just kind of stealing all the product. I don't know. It's weird. Let's see if I can come over here and mess with this. Like, I like how the brush looks on my cheek, but I don't like how it blended out my forehead or the rest of my face. So I'm definitely gonna go with a sponge for this. I'm gonna just do like 1 more little dot on the back of my hand so I can build up some coverage on this side. And then I'm gonna use my sponge. It does feel really comfortable and lightweight, so I really like that. I did use a hydrating primer, so I think that's why it looks more of like a natural finish on my skin and not matte. So this is what my skin looks like up close. So far I like it. I think it is starting to actually dry down more matte than it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some concealer. Let's use this. I haven't used this in a really long time. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer, and this is in the shade Light 16. And then I'm just going to use my sponge to blend that in. Just going to contour my nose now. So I'm going to go ahead and use these ColourPop sculpting sticks. They don't make these anymore, and I don't know why, because I really like them. This one's in the shade New Renaissance. I was watching some of my older tutorials, and I was like, why does my nose contour never look as good as it used to? And then I re-watched some of my makeup tutorials, and I was like, I used these ColourPop sculpting sticks, and then I used this brush from my makeup brush set. It's a lot thinner than my Artis Oval 3 brush, which is what I've been using, so I'm gonna go back to this. And then I'm gonna take the shade Relieve, and it's like the highlighter part of the sculpting stick. I'm gonna go on the sides of my nose and a little bit in the center. So since that concealer didn't really give me like a bright under eye, and I want my under eyes to be a little bit more brighter, I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution White Base Powder. This is what it looks like. It came out like, I think I got it a little bit after Halloween last year because it has like a little ghost on it. So I'm going to use this. Just going to make sure I don't have any creases. And I'm going to use my Sigma tapered highlighter brush. There we go. And now we have that bright under eye. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use my Airspun loose powder. Just going to kind of let that sit for a second. I'm going to take this Morphe R3 and just kind of dust off some of that white powder. And then I'm going to use my Makeup Academy stippling brush. I'm just going to lightly go over my whole face. So it just smears it like extra white right there. Hopefully when I apply my bronzer and highlighter and stuff, it'll kind of like balance this out, but I feel like there's like a white streak right there. So it is 2:35 right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and make 2:30 the call time. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup and then I'll be right back to let you guys know how everything went on. Hey guys, so I'm back. I'm gonna let you guys know everything that I put on my face. So for bronzer, I used my L'Oreal Glam Bronze in the shade 02 Medium. For blush, I used Wet n Wild Fantastic Plastic Pink. For highlighter, I used my Too Faced Candlelight Glow. This is the one that's kind of like a white champagne and then a pink. I just mixed the two together. For my eyeshadow, I just took this Lorac Pro palette and I used the light, deep, and medium contour shades. I just mixed all three of them. For my brows, I used my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Blonde. And then I set them using my Model in a Bottle eyebrow sealer. For lips, I used this Italia chocolate lip liner. And then for lipstick, I used the MAC Cream Sheen in the shade Sweet and Sour. And then just for a little bit of gloss, I used my NARS Orgasm gloss on top. To set my face, I used my MAC Fix Plus. This is in the Cucumber scent. And then I used NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. So this is what my skin looks like. I thought everything went on like really nice. I don't have any complaints. I do think for once that Coty Airspun powder kind of lightened my foundation, which is weird because I've never noticed it do that before. So that's a little weird to me, but I think, yeah, you can tell that my face is like way lighter than my arms, but it's not like too big of a difference, I don't think. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go throughout my day and I will do my first check-in with you guys in about 4 hours, but so far I'm pretty happy with this foundation. For my 4-hour check-in, it is now 6:30, and honestly I've just been like all over the place, so I haven't had a chance to like look at it up close yet. Ooh, cheeks look really nice. Down here looks really nice too. I have some dry patches and it covered it like completely. It's not cakey or flaky. Over here looks really good. Forehead is still nice and matte. Well, I think we're doing pretty good for 4 hours. Quick zoom so you can see my skin up close. So I'll see you guys back here at 10:30 for my 8-hour check-in. Hey guys, so I'm back for my 8-hour check-in. It's 10:30 right now. I just ate so many Oreos, like 10. I could have ate the entire package. It's the new Oreos with marshmallow. It tastes like a regular Oreo but with marshmallow fluff. And marshmallow fluff, I still to this day buy it in the jar. It's like a plastic jar can thing, and I just eat it like with a spoon. It's so good. Like, I just found the Oreo of my dreams. But anyways, oh, so good. I also went for like an hour walk, so I'm gonna go ahead and look up close and just check out the foundation and see how it's doing. Everything looks really good. It doesn't look like there's any wear or anything around my mouth. And it doesn't look like I need to powder. Normally I need to powder my forehead at least by 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, because I have bangs, and like it doesn't even look like it's oily at all. It's not. It's still matte and I have dry skin, but I do get oily here. So I zoomed you guys in so you could see like my face up closer, and I think it looks really good. This is 8 hours of wear. It's still matte. It still looks really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here, and I will see you guys again in about 2 hours for my final check-in and my final thoughts. Hey guys, so it is 12:40. So I'm here for my final check-in. So I've worn this foundation for 10 hours and I'm still not oily, which I do have dry skin, but like I said a million times, because I repeat myself a million times in every video, I do get oily right here because of my bangs, and that didn't even happen to me, which is crazy because it always does. I've obviously had better hair days, but even like around here looks really good. It doesn't even look like it's starting to fade away. It didn't break apart anywhere on my nose, so I really, really, really like this. So this might be like my new favorite like summer foundation because it looks really good and it stayed for 10 hours, and like if it still looks this good after 10 hours, it's probably gonna look just as good in like 12, 13, 14, 15 hours if that was like my day. But anyway, so yeah, I really like this. I recommend this for dry skin for sure. And if you have like super dry skin, you can always just get a sample from Sephora and try it out before you purchase it. But it worked for me, and only a select few of matte foundations work for me, and this is definitely going to be on that list. So let me know if you guys have tried out this foundation in the comments below and what you think. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this foundation first impression and wear test of the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. Bye.